In this lecture, we will learn the Git workflow and also some important terms that are used in every Git project. When you join a company or a new project, all these projects will maintain a remote repository. So every organization will have their own Git servers set up on which the remote repositories for each project will live. So whichever project you are working on, you will clone that project onto your local machine once you install the Git client on your machine. So you clone it, you get the entire copy of that remote repository of your project onto your local machine. Now you can work with that local repository, make changes to whichever files you want, stage those changes onto the local repository, onto the staging area. And if you are pretty sure all the changes are done correctly, you can even execute a commit command which will commit to the local repository. Each commit will have its own unique ID. And finally, when you are ready, you can push all those committed changes to the remote repository. At this point, another developer can pull the changes. Once this push is completed, he can pull the changes from the remote repository to his own local repository. You can also pull the latest changes from another developer who would have committed those changes and pushed them to the remote repository using the pull command. So remember, clone is the number one step to get a local copy of the remote repository. Once you get that, you can make changes to the files locally, stage those changes. When you are 100% sure, you will commit those changes to the local repository. Finally, when you are done with all the changes, all the commits, you can push all of those commits to the remote repository using the push command. And pull is the process of pulling the latest from the repository as other developers keep changing the remote. Every time a commit happens, a new commit ID is issued, and the head, there is a pointer called head, it always points to the latest commit. And we can always go back. So each and every commit that we do will have a unique commit ID that is generated by Git, and it will maintain all that history for us automatically. Head is a pointer to the latest commit. And if you delete the latest commit, head will move on to the previous commit and so on. So remember this workflow and also all the important terms. You will learn more as you progress through the hands-on lectures in the next few minutes.